Fuck it. Who cares? We'll start now. Who cares?
Love it.
You can't do that.
He just skipped the whole thing. What? Who is this guy?
Remember us?
What is this? Where am I?
What is this? What is this? 2018? 2019? What is this?
How do the kids use the internet these days? I can't figure this shit out.
What do you have with Chris? What's going on?
Hi.
So look who's here. Luther is the first commenter on our first 6-month installment of this new thing we're doing. And then Fletch is here. Fletch, I've missed you so goddamn much.
Fletch, I haven't even heard or talked to you in fucking 3 months. Plus.
I've missed that, man. I love all of our, people that watch us. I ain't even gonna call them fans anymore, but what?
Joe Budden. Fuck Joe Budden.
Okay, so I think we owe everyone an explanation, and the explanation is very short, very simple. Respect the Ring had COVID, and I don't know if you guys know this, but when an entity has COVID, it has to stay out for about 4 months. So that's what Respect the Ring was doing. It had COVID. Not gonna lie to you, we may get COVID again, like directly right after it. We might be getting COVID right goddamn now.
Hey, don't say that shit, man. I just don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Oh my god. But real talk. Martin is one of those people that I am so fucking happy exists. I really mean that.
I know. The world is a better place with Martin Lee.
I agree with that. Oh my gosh, Kurt! Yo, Chris, everyone, Kurt is here. I love it. I accidentally botched my text. I meant to say, and I've been waiting, baby, Joe Budden. Oh, I see what you did there. Okay.
I understand.
I'm sorry you've been waiting, because you've been waiting for a while, but we're here.
I just imagine Aaron just sitting there like.
He's probably all slouched on the couch with his phone in his face like this. If I know him like I do.
Because his uncle.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, hey, go ahead, Nick. You said you wanted to say something, and then you stopped saying something.
No, I'm just gonna say, it feels good to be back for however long this is. It's nice. I'm happy for the first time.
Say we've been live for an hour and 5 minutes.
Because we have.
Time flies.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Time flies when you're having fun, he says. Oh my
Harley's
god.
here. Harley, you're still aces. Your husband is not. And I don't care how long we could go away for 2 years and I'll still not like Noah. So it's all good.
Wow.
And Aaron's at IHOP.
Oh, that's nice.
Aaron at IHOP. So
Pro sports leagues can take several month break and come back. Or exactly.
Facts.
And we're not even athletes. Well, I was, but not no more.
Hey, I was an athlete too.
He was an athlete too. Chris was too.
Oh.
Anything you want to say, Chris?
Should we all explain what we've been doing?
That'd be kind of nice.
Why we haven't been here?
This guy crazy. Mike, Yankee sucks.
Yeah.
Nick is a Yankee fan as well.
Say that now, and then the Evil Empire is about to get Carlos Correa and Matt Olson. You watch.
I meant to text you earlier, and I didn't. Fuck the Mets and fuck Eric Chavez. Fuck both of those people.
Yeah, really. Fuck Eric Chavez. Fuck that motherfucker. You know what? My dad. I said something to my dad about it, and he's like, "He's the one to fucking be here. Fuck him." I was like, "Good." Like, I agree with you. That's the way it should be. But I mean, as far as what I've been doing nothing. I've just been working a lot. Me and Mike both write for Sports Keto, which is fun, and just been working. I have a girlfriend that I have to, do boyfriend girlfriend duties with, and just been living life. How about you, Mike? I'm sorry, I think I interrupted you, but that's normally what I do anyway. So.
No, yeah, it's absolutely normal. Come here, you. Hold on. Yeah, but
I shared us to like 5 groups, and 3 of them declined.
Come here, you fuck. He's running away from me. I'm trying to show you guys something. He
Oh,
keeps running away from
got
us.
something to show us. Everyone in the comment section, what do you think it is that Mike's about to show us? What kind of animal? You gotta put the guesses.
Come here. Come
He's
here.
chasing after it.
You want this? You want
Oh,
this?
it's not a
Look
person.
what I
It's like a
got.
little weird.
Here.
Chew toy.
An animal
All right.
dildo.
All right. Come here.
Oh my
Now I'm
God.
grabbing you by your neck and your hair.
Becoming
Okay, I
Doge.
got him.
Oh, Dogecoin.
I got him.
Come
Okay.
on.
I'm too.
There you go.
Look, it's a dog.
It's a
Aw.
dog.
It's a dog's
All right,
penis.
I'll make it bigger.
Whoa.
Look at that. Look at that dog. Show everybody the dog, Michael.
Look. I don't know what he's going crazy. Look. James Jeter.
Everyone
He doesn't
share
like this.
dog. So,
All right,
Michael,
now you need to stop chewing tape. Now get out of here, you little fuck. Okay, so I've been working. Yeah, I work a lot. I'm here now because I'm on vacation. I took a little bit of a vacation because if I didn't use my PTO time, they would have taken it away. And holy shit, that dog is fast. Okay, I got engaged. So as Harley said, I did get engaged. I finally popped the question. She said no at first, but then I punched her in the mouth, and she said yes. So kind of an ultimatum. I told her, immigration's a nasty business, but yeah. So I got engaged.
There's so much. There's so much to unpack there. But go ahead.
I got engaged, and I've been working, and that's about it. I've been taking care of this, fucking dumb dog who runs around and doesn't want to do shit. And that's about it. Chris, where have you been? Where have you been?
Dog, I've been
I already
working
showed the dog.
and doing wrestling stuff and just a bunch of nothing as well.
Mm.
What wrestling stuff have you been doing there, sir? The fans
Local
wanna know.
just going to local shows around here, going to Houston for some shows. GCW was here in Dallas a few months ago, and we did some volunteering stuff. So we went along some of the GCW wrestlers and volunteered.
Did you
Yeah.
slap Nick Gage on his bald head?
He wasn't there.
I would have done it.
He was
I
too
would've
cool
walked
for
right up to
Dallas.
him and like, "What's up, Baldy?" Smacked him on the head. That's what I would have done. Smacked him on the head. Yeah, I mean, I can't speak for other people. Other people have more important things to do. But I've been trying to work and provide for my future family and stack some bread. It's not going too good. I'll tell you that much. I don't know how to
How
save
Same.
money.
You
Same
getting
as
that
fuck.
Wonder Bread? That's what you. That's what you're getting.
Wonder bread. This is like that knockoff bread that you find at the Food for Less, and the only reason it's like $2 because it's outdated already. But you got to buy it. You need bread. Everyone needs bread.
It's like that government
That's
cheese.
what I'm doing. It is government cheese.
Happy New Year 2022. Booming. Chris and Respect the Ring family.
Why is it Chris and Respect the Ring?
I'm the only one
Why-
he
why-
remembers.
Fuck up.
Exactly why.
Well, guys, Mike, as you said when you made the post earlier, we might not have been around, but wrestling has, and a lot has happened in wrestling. Especially
We've missed a lot of shit in the past few months. Yeah.
We have,
We did.
and
Who would've
especially in the
thought?
last few months.
Who would've
And I think we got to talk about some of it, guys. Since we're here, we're on Respect the Ring. We might as well talk about some wrestling. I think first we got to talk about something that happened most recently. AEW
Okay,
on
let's do it.
TBS. What is everyone's thoughts? AEW TBS first night. Ray Phoenix's arm shatters like a dinner plate,
Bro, that shit
But-
was insanity.
but
No broken bones. He has
Nothing
no
broken,
broken
just-
bones.
Just
His-
dislocation.
his arm is an accordion. That's what I've decided. His bones are just like accordion, like he just doesn't. He's not a real person.
I was describing
like
it to
Gumby.
someone. I was describing it to someone yesterday. Imagine your elbow, but inverting the exact opposite way.
It's just
That's what happened.
That's
Oh!
exactly what happened. That shit was nasty, and he didn't break
That
anything,
shit-
which is wild.
Gnarly.
nuts.
Gnarly
Nuts.
as fuck. And he didn't. But I'll take it. TBS, look, TBS is a bigger network than TNT, correct?
Ah,
I would yes and
they're
yes.
about the same.
I'd say yes. I'd say it's more popular. I'd say it's got much more things. Plus, they do a lot more sports on TBS than they do on TNT. The biggest thing they do on TNT is hockey. So TBS does basketball and baseball when there's playoffs. So yeah, I get the TBS.
TNT gets basketball playoffs. TBS gets baseball playoffs.
That's true. Okay, so either way, I don't know why. I mean, I guess either I liked it. I actually I sat down and watched the show because I missed the first Bryan Danielson Hangman Page match. And I
in Dallas, Texas.
I heard it was bonkers. So when I was looking, I think I don't know how I came to it, but it was like, oh, the first night on TBS. I said, you know what, I'll pop in and watch this. And that match was, man, dude, Hangman and Bryan, they got some great fucking chemistry. I'll tell you, like they really do. And yeah,
do you know how long it went?
I'm guessing like 40 minutes.
No, I think short of that. I think it was it like 35 minutes?
The first one was an hour draw.
Yeah, the first one was an hour
that
draw.
one was an hour.
This one, they threatened that if it went to an hour draw, then like 3 judges were going to pick the winner. But I don't know how long it went, but I know it only took 1 buckshot for Hangman.
Just one.
Just one. And that was Danielson's first loss.
I want to now I'm curious. I'm assuming 40 because I know it went to 2 commercial breaks.
Oh, maybe you're right. That's true.
But either way, that shit was great. Jade Cargill, they made the right choice, and I don't know. I don't know if fuck it. We're only here every 6 months. Tony Khan fucking went and was like, "Oh, my best friend's black," and Twitter was like, "No, we don't do that." So I don't know if he made Jade Cargill win because of the backlash for that, but something in my head says absolutely not because he's been booking her strong since she first got there. So I think Jade winning was the right fucking choice. She is money. I said this. I wish I can go back and find it, but I said it when I first seen her. I said she could end up being one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time, and so far, fucking nailing it.
Wow, those are strong words.
I want to kind of rail off that. The people want to blame that he's doing it for the publicity and everything that he's been posting on Twitter. Not like Jade wasn't 24-0 anyway. She was already 24-0, and her 25th win was the championship.
Right.
That's why I said I don't think it had anything to do with backlash.
No, she was on a trajectory of winning that belt. There's no question. And I think that he also wanted a quote-unquote homegrown talent to win it before Ruby Soho, who, is most known for being Ruby Riott in WWE, most recently known as being Ruby Riott in WWE. So I think it made sense for her to win for sure. I thought that the biggest thing of the night for me, of course, was that tag team match. Of course, obviously the conversation turned to Rey Fenix's injury, but I am just so happy Jurassic Express finally got to hold the gold because they deserve it. Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus, I am so excited for them, and I hope that they also kind of gave them a huge rub by having all the tag teams, then having the inner circle in the rafters and stuff like that staring at them. They gave them a big rub by doing that. So good for them. I'm excited where they can go from here.
So 2 things. One, while we were watching Bryan Danielson and Hangman Page, Aaron was watching something completely different. He was watching Danielson and Wangman. So there is a wrestler out there named Wangman.
No, that's a porno. Danielson versus Wangman.
Oh, Danielson Wangman. That's right.
Trust me. The ending, the ending is actually very similar. There's just a lot of violence, but I mean, I don't know.
Comes quick. The ending comes quick. Now I want to know, do you guys think that backstage they saw Phoenix turn his fucking arm into a goddamn wishbone thing and just snapped it, and they were like, "Hey, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, you're gonna win," because they won with a roll up. Do you think they were like, "Oh, he's fucked. He's out for months. Let's just give them the titles. That way we don't have to have them, drop them"?
You know,
I'll hang up
I
and listen.
really like to think. I really like to think that they were planned on getting the belts, but that's definitely possible. And if that was to me, rather seamless. Because watching it, because especially I was watching it, I didn't realize how bad that injury was. I just thought he went through a table and Luchasaurus took him out. But I thought it went very, very seamless, and it looked like it was fine. So if it wasn't audible, real well done. Oh,
I'm pulling this up.
Malachi Black was shown by himself with other tag teams, teasing he will have a partner. It's got to be Brody King.
I want Malachi Black and Brody King so bad.
So one of y'all has me on
He's gonna
speaker.
fucking ruin it.
Wait, what?
I don't know what, but
No. My thing, I think that the Lucha Bros were supposed to retain, and you can kind of tell that Jungle Boy put a lot of pressure into the roll up, maybe making it to where Penta couldn't kick. Because you
so
could
he
see
went into business for himself.
You could see Penta was arguing with the ref, and the ref probably had to explain to him, "Hey, Ray's out there hurt. We had to flip the titles."
Really?
And then like the lights went black in the middle of the match, and then they came back on with nothing. I think maybe if the Luchas were supposed to win, maybe that's when Brody King was supposed to come out and help Malachi attack everyone.
Dude, you're really fucking dude, you're pulling in some good shit.
Vince,
I know
don't tell me
wrestling.
to take my lights down. Don't tell me to take my lights down. They look nice. Keeping them there.
Tell him, hey, wait, nah, Palme that's a fellow Paisan. You gotta listen to him. Take your fucking lights down.
No, he's a fake Paisan. Yeah, I know him. Fake Paisan. Nah, but he's good stuff. His grandfather's right
either
in
way,
Italy, and he doesn't care about him. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. Either way, dude, you know what? Fuck Brody King. There's one person that needs to sign to AEW, and he can't right now, and that's because he's hurt. But I will not support AEW until they fucking back up a Brinks truck for Danhausen. Bottom line. Dan fucking Hausen. But
man.
Yeah, no, I'm happy. I like TBS. Their AEW's first night on TBS I think went great, and I'm sure the ratings were bonkers.
Over 1 million views.
I'm not.
Yeah, it was more than that.
So.
I think it was more than that. I think that they announced it. I think they said it was like 2 million. No, wait, I'm wrong. I'm lying.
It was 1 million something,
2 million.
but I know it was over 1 million.
I thought they said it was 2 million. I'm lying to you. It was not. Sorry, go ahead.
They had to dude, wait. What am I saying? I searched. He was set. Whatever. I don't know. I just, I love Brody King. I'm a big, because Villain Enterprises, I loved Villain Enterprises. I don't care what anyone says. I still like Marty Scurll, even though he's gone. I like Brody King. I didn't like PCO all that much. He was weird. But I like Brody. I like Malachi. And I want those two together.
What'd you think of that match with Malachi and Brian Pillman Jr.?
That ending was weird.
It was much. I'll say that the whole match was a lot more competitive than I thought it was going to be, which I was happy about for Brian.
Yes.
But yeah, that ending, that whole thing was weird to me with him like in the ring, out of the ring.
I think it was a botch.
Yeah.
Because it was very awkward.
It just seemed weird.
I'm not talking about his personal life. I don't know what the fuck he does in his goddamn personal life, but I liked him in the wrestling ring. And I'll cancel myself. I don't care. That means I don't have to do this shit no more, and then I have an excuse.
Wow.
No, I miss doing this. But Aaron just won. I'm going to Impact on Saturday, and Trey Miguel got my family on. Why did Trey Miguel get your family on the guest list?
Wow.
Because we're friends.
Are you
guys
really? That's cool.
Friends with Trey McHale?
Yeah.
Wow.
This guy. What? Why? This is Noah.
Jade's amazing.
Over.
Jade is amazing.
Jade is fucking dope. I don't care what anyone says. She's got a beautiful little daughter, and she's dope. So she's not a man. Fuck you.
Yeah, I mean,
go
ahead, Mike. I'm sorry.
No, I was wrapping up. Go.
No. I was just gonna say, I don't know if that was only because of what happened on Twitter. I do think that Tony Khan
as a general sense, needs to shut the fuck up sometimes on Twitter. I'm just saying sometimes. Like he sometimes comes across as just like such like a little cheerleader for the product. And I get that you have to be, but like at the same time, it's like, dude, like there was no reason to go like that at it. Like, to be stat defensive and to say what he said. I just think he'd like, be the bigger person. If you feel you're right, be the bigger person and call her and have a one-on-one conversation. You need to air it out like that. But that's just me.
And see, I fucking hate people that do that whole, oh, if WWE did this, or oh, if Vince McMahon did this. I hate those fucking people, right? But in a way, it is true. You don't see Vince, probably because he doesn't know how to work fucking Twitter. He's like, oh, why do I have to tweet? But you don't see him responding to every little negative thing. Now, back in the day, maybe with the whole, steroid trial and all that and fucking whatever. But when people talk shit about WWE on every hour, every minute of every fucking hour, like, he doesn't respond to all of it. I feel like Tony, and this is kind of a plus and a negative, he's so passionate about the product that he's putting out that he feels that he needs to defend it. But on the other hand, dude, don't. Like, it's, you could have picked up the phone and called Big Swole and like, look, this is what this is what it is. Let me talk. Leo Rush is I don't know. I shouldn't say that he shouldn't have because he's more of a talent. But Tony Khan, as the boss, just fucking promote your shit and yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I'm real in this, and then I want to move on to Vince's comment. One, I think that I do like if you really feel that you were wronged, and she's the one who went out of her way to go on there and kind of slander you. I get your impulse to defend yourself, right, especially if you feel that you're right. But at the same time, man, you're like the CEO of the company. Like, you gotta take a chill pill. Let one of the people do. Like, let someone else jump on there, like Powerhouse Hobbs.
Powerhouse Hobbs.
Let him be someone that responds and stuff like that, and say, "Yo, shut up. Why? Have a conversation. You don't need to do that." Him going up there and saying the reason why I didn't sign you is because you suck. By the way, don't forget to watch Rampage on Friday. I'm like, right. Come on, man. But anyway, I got that. That's all I have to say about that. I mean, it's whatever. Christopher, you have a point to make.
He's fucking here, goddamn you.
I'm sorry.
I just wanted to point out that everyone's like, "Oh, AEW is the rival and the challenger against WWE. Vince is doing this. Vince is doing this against AEW." Vince literally hasn't said anything about them, and Tony Khan is constantly tweeting about WWE.
Yep.
Yeah.
Huge.
Constantly. We do this better. We're better than them at this and this and this. And I love them both equally, but
the unnecessary shots. The unnecessary
in a way, I guess the way that AEW is looking at it is, and I feel like they're looking at it as we're the new kids on the block. We need to make an impact, which they're really not the new kids on the block anymore. Like, y'all are a part of wrestling now. Like, you guys are the number 2 company in the world.
Yeah, what I'm saying is you're also a massive. You in 2 years became the second largest wrestling company in North America. And arguably the second most popular wrestling product in the world. Obviously, yes, New Japan and all the Japanese promotions have their own kind of ecosystem, so I won't necessarily lump them into this. But when it comes to North America, you're the second biggest, group. You can't act like you're just these, without, no pun intended, young bucks anymore. You're not. You got to act like a real company now, so just,
See, Tony Khan shouldn't be saying anything about WWE. Now, talent, CM Punk, he has, I feel if you're going to let your talent go out there without a script and let them say whatever they want, talent like CM Punk and maybe Bryan Danielson, even though he won't say a bad thing, I feel like that's different. You guys have had actual experiences with WWE. They fucked you over, all that. Tony, what has WWE done to Tony Khan? You grew up on WWE. You love WWE. WWE is one of the main reasons why you love wrestling so much. You can't say it's not. They were the only game in town with WCW, but that only lasted how long? Tony Khan shouldn't really be like saying anything about WWE. Let your ratings and the monies and, hey, I'm getting all your fucking top guys to come over here. Let that shit talk. But talent, CM Punk, I don't, whatever. Chris, say something, God damn it.
I already did. I'm good.
Oh, yeah, you already did. But last night, I did have a question, and I'll let you go. Last night, CM Punk said something, and the crowd reacted, and I didn't understand it. He said if you want to go and main event night 4 of a buy one get one free extravaganza, and the crowd went fucking wild, and I was like, I don't get it. Like, I know WrestleMania is 2 nights, but
I
what
think
do you
that's
mean
all he
night
was. He
4?
was just making fun of WrestleMania being 2 nights or something like that.
Yeah, and he was trying because I know
Oh.
because then like there were certain pay-per-views where WWE got to like a point where they're doing like a buy one get. I think he was making fun of like them having to sell tickets and a buy one get one free, and also like that there's a kickoff show and stuff like that. I think he was just making fun of that. But I agree with you, letting talent, especially CM Punk. If you didn't hire CM Punk for the sole purpose of him talking shit about WWE, then you're out of your mind. That's the whole point. Give him a hot mic and let him just talk every episode. I want to bring up Vince Palmieri's comment. And he says, AEW with the main event titles, World Tag and Women's, have never had a repeat champion. It almost seems like Tony has had a system where he gives someone a long title reign, then gives it to someone new, then repeat. It seems like he doesn't like people to re-win titles except the TNT title. You know, Cody, for example, is a 3-time champ. Thoughts on kind of AEW's way of handling titles? Do we like that? Do we think maybe that the reigns sometimes get a little long and get a little like lukewarm? Because like to me, like at a certain point, it's just like you never want a title to become a trophy that someone just kind of carries around. You want it to be a title that they defend often. So I think that there's a balancing act. But what do you guys think?
I think the TNT title reigns have been absolute dog shit. But the women's have been great. Because Shida had the title for like 300 days, and it didn't feel like that long. The tag team titles, a few teams have had very short reigns. Like the first ever SCU had the title for like 60 days, I think, and then they dropped them.
You know, I totally forgot FTR was even fucking were champions. I totally forgot that they had won the belts.
I didn't know that until you just said it, actually.
Yeah.
The Young Bucks had a long reign, and then Hangman and Omega had the titles for quite a bit. But other than that, all the title tag team reigns have been short. And then I'm not the biggest in-ring fan of Mox. I think he's a cool person and all, but he had the title for too long, and Omega had it for way too long.
Completely.
And then
I'm sorry, go ahead. I didn't know.
I don't want constant like 2 or 3 month reigns. Like you're constantly flipping the title every 2 or 3 months. But at the same time, some are just too long. But like I just said, Shida had the title for almost a full year. If not, it was a full year, and it didn't feel like it.
Real quick though, but Shida had very few people to work with. I'm just gonna say that.
And pandemic.
And pandemic. Yes, and pandemic. So that's that. Mike, what were you gonna say?
So I say this because I'm gonna kind of sound a little hypocritical here. While I say that AEW aren't the new kids on the block anymore, they kind of, it's gonna sound very hypocritical. Just with me for a second. I feel like the way they're doing it now is kind of the right move, because if you look at the champions, it was Jericho. That's national popularity, right? Moxley, national popularity. Omega, a different kind of national popularity. Maybe WWE fans don't really know all that much about Kenny Omega, but if you're talking about straight indie wrestlers, like Kenny Omega is probably the one name that most people know. Now you're going to Adam Page, where it's like not many people know Adam. If you know wrestling, you watch wrestling. If you're a wrestling fan, you know Adam Page. But I feel like AEW isn't old enough to have short reigns. Now, in my opinion, if Adam Page would have lost last night to Bryan Danielson, I would have been like, hey, cool. Like, that's the first short reign. Now, do you pick somebody like Hangman Page to do that to when he's, one of the young dudes, one of the guys that you're going to be building upon? Maybe not. So in a way, I do want to see shorter reigns. I mean, if you look, Jericho, I just pulled it up, 182 days. Then you got Moxley, 277. Then you got Omega, 346. So like 20 days less, or 19 days, right? 365, 19 days from a year. So it's getting progressively longer. You did have a pandemic in between Kenny's, whatever. So I don't know. I agree with Chris. The TNT reign absolutely sucked. What?
No. You finish your point, then I'm going to say something about the TNT title.
I'm curious if, God bless the dead, rest in peace to Brody. I'm curious if he never passed, if they would have done something with that, like where he's the one that gets it again. Because you have so much shit that you can do with him being on with the, the Dark Order. The women's, I think the women's, as much as I give the women's division shit, because I think that AEW's women's division is getting better, but it was always shit, has been booked pretty well in the tags. Yeah, like, dude, I looked a couple days ago. FTR was fucking tag champs. I didn't even know. Like, Kenny Omega and Adam Page held it for 228, and the Young Bucks the longest for 302. So I think what they're doing up until now has been okay, but they can't keep doing it this way. You need to have one guy to hold the belt and just lose it in fucking 2 weeks and be like, oh, So that may have been long and no one was listening, but yeah.
Michael, everyone
Go fuck
listens
yourself.
to you when you talk, and I always listen to you when I talk. When you're talking.
Oh, wait, time out before we do it. That's a great fucking idea. We should actually do this. We should go down our things of the year.
I love that idea.
Match, wrestler, tag
Real
team.
quick, the TNT title, I do think, got thrown into a real flux because of Brody Lee's death. And I think, Brody Lee was supposed to hold that belt for way longer and have way more defenses where he just is murdering people and stuff. I think, or he's going to get it back, excuse me, because Cody had to.
Yeah, get it back. That's what I was saying. I definitely think he was going to get it back.
Yeah. So anyway, let's go on forward here. James, he's asking a non-AEW question. What's going on with WWE? They let go of Road Dogg, William Regal, and Samoa Joe again. Yeah, Samoa Joe got let go twice in the same 12-month period, which is I don't think I've ever heard of that before.
NXT is dead. It's 2.0 only from now on.
So now, real quick, maybe adding to this, I think if ROH sells their library and if AEW outbids WWE and wins the right to the library, the AEW can start a streaming service. They will have AEW, ROH, and all the indie promotions that wrestlers are right with. It's possible. It's a very different model. I mean, you're taking on a lot of things there. You know what I'm saying? Because you now have to have a streaming service. Look what WWE did. They invested so much money in their streaming service, and then the second they could, they outsourced it. So just something to think about there. But that's a really good point, Vince.
And don't forget about how long it took for the WWE Network to actually be usable. It took months before it was even usable. The first month or two, you couldn't even watch a live stream on it because it was so bad.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we were all at least I know me, that I was the most excited for about having an AEW or a WWE network was the fact that we were able to go back and watch the old pay-per-views that we loved, right? With AEW, you could probably watch all their pay-per-views in a day and a half, 2 days maybe, and then you're done. So
they have 10.
Having an ROH,
10 max.
Yeah, so having the ROH catalog would be fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's a sell.
But then you're like, okay, what am I? And is AEW? You know how much money they make off their pay-per-view buys because people are still paying $50 for a pay-per-view. I won't. Once the WWE Network birthed, I said I'll never pay for another pay-per-view anymore. But people are still buying it. So what's that model going to be? Are you gonna does AEW have as many fans as WWE that will buy a network that they can say, okay, we're not going to be losing money doing it this way? I don't know. I want it, but I just don't think now's the right time. I don't.
Because they have to, they really have to work. They kind of, if you look at their YouTube is like their network. They have a bunch of little small mini documentaries. All these, they always have to build up for the Dynamite. That kind of serves its purpose. I don't know if they necessarily need one, but that ROH library, let me tell you something. It's a valuable commodity that I'm sure WWE would want. But then again, does WWE really want it? Because to me, it was most valuable for them when
they had Bryan,
Daniel Bryan, Samoa Joe, Adam Cole, all those guys. To me, it's what's the point now to have the ROH library? You could watch Cesaro, you can watch Adam Pearce, but I mean, it's kind of depressing a little bit. Vince has a retort, though. He says Impact Plus just has the library, and you still have to pay $50 for pay-per-views on Fight, etc. I mean, listen.
I'm sorry. That's stupid. I'm not doing that. I wouldn't do that. I don't know. Maybe WWE has just ruined it for me, and I'll never buy another pay-per-view. I won't spend $50 on a pay-per-view. But I like Martin, not to cut you off again, but AEW, go to HBO Max. Why not? HBO Max is popping. I just watched the Suicide Squad on there. and like you could watch The Matrix is on there. Like, why not? Go ahead.
You could do Paramount. I'm pretty sure Paramount, TBS, and TNT are not the same family, but pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be kind of cool. Paramount Plus, they could find a streaming service to do it for
That's
them.
already stable, yeah.
Yeah, because WWE showed you how hard it is to own your own network, because you have to do all the IT support yourself. You have to manage all the accounts and stuff like that on your own, plus the video library, plus the upkeep, plus all that stuff. All WWE has to do is give the material, the content to Peacock, and they do it all for them. So that's a huge load off their back, and because it's the Peacock, it's the CAC, as Pat McAfee says. They get a ton of publicity.
The one little. Go ahead.
Before we get too far away from it, I want to complain about AEW real quick.
Oh,
go ahead. By all means.
Tony Khan.
You do, I don't know about these two. I'm good with going until we just have nothing to talk about. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
I have no time limits.
Good deal.
Tony Khan and other people in the ring of AEW personnel. This message is for you.
Oh.
Hold on. Oh, yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
I got you.
Wow.
I got you.
Stop fucking signing every single wrestler that wrestles for you. I like the people that are fillers for Dark and Rampage and all Dark Evolution. Stop signing every single fucking wrestler. Like, you can have wrestlers come in and wrestle for you 2 or 3 times, but you don't have to sign every single one. They have, and this was 2 or 3 months ago. They've been signing people since then. WWE had 60-something active main roster wrestlers. AEW already has over 120. And that was like 2 or 3 months ago. They've signed 10 plus people since then. So people talk about how
WWE only has 60. I just booted them. Booted them.
You did, you schmuck. Here, I got him back.
My bad.
they have like 60 or 80 or something like that active, like main roster wrestlers
across 2 shows.
Yeah, but AEW has over 120. Like they people talk about WWE being so flooded and only using the same people. AEW has almost double what WWE has, and Big Soul's complaining about not getting TV time, yet they'll sign every single wrestler that comes to fill in a spot or be a talent enhancement.
And here's the thing. If you remember why WWE has been doing these massive contract dumps, yes, they're greedy. Yes, I understand. FWWE, all that stuff. But part of it also is they were getting rid of a lot of contracts that were doing nothing for them. And the fact is that when you have an bloated company like WWE had for so long, because all of this is because of the pandemic. Because we had seen big release spring cleanings. We used to call them that, the spring cleanings. But it was never this every 4 months they're gonna release
20 plus
people.
Yeah,
20 plus people. We never saw it like that. So I think that should be a red flag to AEW, as a warning flag to them, saying, listen, you got to be careful with all these people you're giving contracts to. And these people are not going to say no to a contract because they have this is the most TV time, the most big experience they're going to have ever, because I guarantee you that it's not like they have to go through a performance center. All they have to do is say, hey, Tony, this guy was in the Indies. He's great. Look at this tape. Okay, bro, get out there. Wrestle on Dark for 2 weeks. Then we'll put you on Dynamite in a spot. It's like, you got to be a little bit more selective, Tony.
I agree. That just stop signing everyone. You signed Jake Atlas and you got hurt within like 3 days. Like, I understand if you're going to sign them for a reason, not sign them just to be like, oh, you just got released, I'm going to sign you too.
Well, yeah, because that's what he's been doing too. He's like this stuff. Let's pick him up.
I have a somewhat of a little retort to that.
Oh,
and that's if I'm looking at the AEW roster right now, and I'm finding myself hard pressed to find names that I don't see on TV, like
because there's 15 matches on each Dark.
Right, but that's kind of what I'm saying is that if you have like so WWE, one of the reasons why it's hard to get everybody on TV for WWE is because there's not a lot of wrestling on WWE television. It's a lot of backstage,
promos.
it's promos, it's a lot of just like angles, right? AEW is like, hey, we're gonna fucking talk 5 minutes and then you're gonna wrestle and then you're gonna talk for another 2 minutes and wrestle. Like, I feel like if there aren't people that are like begging like Bear Boulder and Bear Bronson, like I don't give a fuck. Nobody wants to see them. Like we see the Butcher and the Blade. I guess we saw. Well, Brian Cage is the only one complaining, but Brian Pillman we've been seeing, FTR we've been seeing, Jericho we've been seeing. Like we've been seeing these people on TV. And in a way, but I don't disagree with you. Like, sign the handshake deals.
Can we have some explanation on Brian Cage? I don't understand how that's been such a disaster to me.
Bad booking, and he doesn't agree with it.
But at some point, Brian Cage, like you need to look at yourself and be like, who am I? Like, I don't know.
I think AEW has a real hard time booking big guys. That's just me. I think that the most successful big guy. I mean, you've had Lance Archer, a total fucking flop, basically. I mean, really.
That's not a bad fucking take.
I'm just saying. I mean, think of all the big guys. Who is the most successful big guy in AEW? Luchasaurus.
Yeah.
I mean that's. I'm not saying that as like a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, I mean, they don't do well with big guys. They do better with the smaller indie style. So,
and I think that has a lot to do with it. I think it's because, and I love Adam Cole. Adam Cole is he's in my top 3 favorite wrestlers right now.
Only recently, Vince. Only recently, I just want to respond to Vince here because only really recently have they obviously now been sowing the seeds between him and MJF. But before then, he was a total sidekick character to MJF. And for that, also in the same vein, Jake Hager, another one.
Hager hasn't been on TV in like 6 months.
They had an MMA fight, and then like I haven't seen him since.
But do you see like how many we've seen Hager and Wardlow and like Hager and what's the other fuck? Lance Archer. Like I feel like AEW is like we're gonna book the big guys against the big guys because, and this is me, I love Adam Cole. In a real fight, do you think Adam Cole is beating Brian Cage? Like, I'm sorry, I love Adam Cole. I don't even like Brian Cage all that much, but I don't know. Maybe Adam Cole knows some fucking jujitsu type shit. He's gonna get mobbed with Brian Cage in a real fight. So, do you lose credibility when you have somebody that looks? And again, I don't mean this in a negative because I love Adam Cole. You have Adam Cole, the eyeball test. Could you believe that Adam Cole could beat Brian Cage in a real fight?
But that's pro wrestling.
It is.
And what I'm saying is, because I agree with you. You're 100% right. It's a tough sell, but it's why WWE is so good at making people believe that Rey Mysterio could be a champion. Why make them believe that Daniel Bryan could be a champion, that Eddie Guerrero could be a champion, that any those guys, Randy Orton. Let's even do Randy Orton. He's not. I mean, yes, he's huge, but I mean, you put him next to Brian Cage, he looks small. A lot of people look small next to Brian Cage. You know what I'm saying? Because that's something that WWE did really well that they had to do, of making medium-sized guys and smaller guys look like they can compete with big guys. They got to figure that out because my biggest criticism when I first watched AEW was it just feels like it's too indie. It's too many flips. It's too many super kicks. It's too many of these high-octane like Nitro Circus matches. There has to just be some good wrestling matches too. That's what I think the best match that they've put on in a long time. Both Hangman won with Brian Danielson was phenomenal because that was wrestling. That wasn't just a bunch of spots. That was wrestling. There was psychology involved. Brian Danielson is way smaller than Hangman Page, and he brought the fight to Hangman Page both matches. He made him bleed both matches. Chris, I think you wanted to say something, and I feel bad.
No, it's if y'all want to continue on that part, go ahead. I just wanted to say something before we pulled up.
No, I think we should let's keep going. Let's keep going here.
Hold on, don't pull up any comments. I want to say something before I pull it up.
Oh, go ahead.
Mr. Ron Burgundy up in the top left corner. you have issues with Harley's husband, Noah. That's his name, Noah, because he's always talking shit about your stuff. But I now have beef with this man. He says Hook.
I saw it.
He says Hook can go jump off a cliff. Noah, we have beef now. Send,
I saw it.
send
Hook.
Dude.
I love
I
that
love
kid.
him.
I love that kid. I don't know why.
I love Hook.
I'm kind of a little bit of a hipster because I kind of see myself going away from what the mass loves. I couldn't help it. I love Hook. I fucking love him.
I hated him until about 2 months ago.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, this is just some punk kid that's not full send Hook. That's right.
Dude, Hook, let me tell you something. Number one, it was one of the best photos I've ever seen of watching Hook walk down the entrance ramp with Taz standing up and clapping and so excited for him.
I know.
Wholesome as fuck. And I loved every second of that. 2, this kid, he might have something. Like
no. There's no might about it. He's got it.
He just has like the way about him. He's got the look. I mean, you put some serious development in him, and you got a problem on your hands. That's all I'm saying.
Taz, like, I feel like people don't, because when he got to WWE, he wasn't really used like that because I guess he had to retire or whatever. Taz was a great fucking wrestler. Like
that man is the definition of wrestling. Like grapples, throws, suplexes.
And Hook, while he's not, I mean, he's not a small dude. He's 6 foot, 200 pounds, so he's smaller.
And he's fucking ripped.
He fucking jacked, man. Hook showing his back to the opponent before. Oh yes, yep. You read it. Yep.
Yes, sir.
No, Hook showing his back to his opponent before the match, not showing any respect, is so awesome because it's so simple and no one does it. He's getting, because he's learning from his dad. The little things is what matters.
Yeah.
Everything about him just screams, I don't give a fuck. He comes to the ring chewing gum, just strutting like, yo, he comes in.
That stupid ass douchebag hair comb flip.
It fucking works. And you know what else too? What I've noticed is he wrestles, he wins, and then he gets up and leaves. Like, he doesn't wait around. He just gets up and leaves, like, done. And yeah, he's got fucking Action Bronson doing his goddamn music. Like, dude, I love it. I think he's fucking phenomenal. Hopefully they don't fuck it up, which I have more faith in AEW than I do in WWE. But
Tony D'Angelo needs to leave the Fed and restart FBI with Hook.
Every time someone talks about Tony D'Angelo, I think of there was a guy that used to play with the Rangers. His name was Tony D'Angelo. But go ahead.
He looks like every Albanian kid I went to high school with. Like, he just has that type of feeling to him. You know what I mean? Like,
oh my god, I can't believe you said that, because we had one Albanian family in my whole district, and it looks just like them.
No, I'm telling you, because for any Albanian listening to this right now, they can't even get mad. They're all related. They all have a. I'm not even saying that in a bad way. There's like 4 Albanian families in all of America, and they all just run super deep. That's just how it is. And I'm telling you, there's a connection there, 100%. But
what is Taz? Italian?
Taz is Italian, I think, right? He's Italian and something else.
Can I formally submit something?
Please submit.
Oh, he is
anything
Italian.
you want.
Can we change the name to Respect the Hook?
Respect
the Hook.
Respect the Hook.
Or just Respect Hook.
All of this stuff we're saying right now, because we're such hypocrites talking about, respecting the lineage of the championship and having people. If they tomorrow book Hook to go beat Hangman Page, I will be ecstatic. Like, I was saying, have him beat Hook, have him beat Cody Rhodes at the start of the show, have him then beat Hangman Page at the end of the show. Champ walks out. I will be. I make it a meme.
Why
make
stop
it the greatest meme of all time. Let's do it.
Why stop there? Have him beat Britt Baker too. Fuck it. And Jade.
I could see, like, after he wins the match and they raise his hand and give him the belt, he just drags it along the floor on the way back to the back, or just looks at it and throws it back to the ref and walks back to the back or some shit.
Yeah.
He doesn't even want to touch the fucking belt.
His dad gives him a
Hook's
watch.
got me hooked.
Oh man,
I am.
We have you hooked on this live stream right now. But okay, so
I'm a hooker.
He's a
I am a
Okay.
hooker.
So let's transition. Let's transition here, like a TikTok, to another topic real quick, and that's NXT 2.0 killing NXT. And listen, this is not just me saying this, hating WWE. You guys know how much I love WWE and how much I love NXT. NXT Black and Gold on
dead.
New Year's Evil, they told us straight up that is dead. It is over. Anything that is related to the old NXT is pretty much gone. And Tommaso Ciampa might still be employed there, but but that's it. He has passed the baton. That is it. The new kids on the block are running the show, and that's it, brother. Thoughts?
So, I can only name one person on NXT. Two. I know Roddy Strong and I know Braun Breaker. That's it.
Sorry,
Those are the only two people I know.
Okada for the IWGP Championship.
You know what?
Looks like we're sending Hook to Japan.
Hook,
he can beat Brock.
Hook in the Tokyo Dome. 12-star match. Fuck it. Win the tag team titles and a handicap champ. Why not? We got 2.0 sucks. 2.0 had the potential to be so effing good, and I'm still keeping the faith. But with Regal gone, I don't know. But I don't know who was just talking. But go ahead.
I like Braun Breaker. I don't like his name. Like, why couldn't he be Rex Steiner?
Or,
you know, why? I don't know. But yeah, like him, Breaker coming out last night and like tearing up the Black and Gold X, and you know they got rid of William Regal, they got rid of Road Dogg. You know, it's done, and now they got Walter coming over to NXT 2.0. So
I think he's going main roster.
No, it said he's going to NXT 2.0.
Who?
Walter.
Yeah, I mean,
let me read. This was 4:33, so this was like less than 3 hours ago. Commentary team, and WWE NXT UK commentary team announced on this week's episode that following next week's show, Walter will be leaving the brand and joining NXT 2.0 here in the United States. How?
UK is dead
What are
then
you gonna
too.
do?
Let's just say what it is. UK is on a timetable. Let's just say what it is.
I'm impressed UK is still around.
Me too.
Yeah,
through the pandemic and everything.
Yeah. That must mean they're getting enough money out of it to keep them all.
So this is not.
WWE ain't never.
Here's an interesting. When the NXT first started in 2012 from Full Sail, it was very, very similar to what it is now. Very gimmick heavy. You had Enzo Amore. Now you have Tony D'Angelo. Once they went to the network, it became more indie.
NXT's the best wrestling product I've ever witnessed in my life, and now it's 2.0. It's completely different, and it's, for lack of a better term, kiddie for children, for family, I guess you could say. Like,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Regular NXT, I'm not gonna say it was edgy and cool, but it was fucking awesome.
I mean, how much of that is a testament to Triple H? But go ahead.
That's a whole. Everything that Triple H touched has been undone. That's what this whole process has been about. The Triple H. You know, like how like in history class they teach about de-Stalinization and Soviet Union. This is like the Paul Levesque. It's of NXT. It was like, listen,
de-Levesquification.
Yes, there you go. Just this whole mindset, the whole plan that you had is no more. It's gone. We gotta start fresh. And
I know they're not completely wiping every single employee they had, but with Joey Samoa getting cut today, everybody from NXT is gone. NXT
Timothy Thatcher.
Literally, NXT is gone. It's 2.0 only from now on. Yes, there's wrestlers that were in. Like, it's kind of interesting to see what they're going to do with Pete Dunne, because he was such an integral part of NXT for the past 3, 4, 5 years, ever since they started UK, and now he's a veteran considered going into 2.0.
I'm trying to see their list, because I would really be hard pressed to find many people that I know on NXT.
It's interesting because
I'll name you the champions. You tell me.
Because the people who are there, from what we've been told, from what people like Beth Phoenix have said, they do like it to a point. Because I do think they got up to a point with NXT with the black and gold, or let's just say what it is. It got stale. It got stale, and it became it became too wrestling heavy, where they needed to kind of get back to developing characters a little bit. That's just me. That's all I'm saying.
It got stale because they were trying to compete with AEW. You can say that they weren't. They were. Like, they were everything they did. They were trying to compete with AEW, and that's where it fucked up. They should have just stayed in their lane, stayed doing what you're doing, and that's it. Like, why change it? If it's not broke, don't fix it. The shit wasn't broke, and they fucked up. I don't know, and I don't know.
Regardless of what happens, Nick was there the day that we were both introduced to him. Carmelo Hayes is officially, I would say, the best wrestler in NXT 2.0.
Best overall wrestler? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say I'd agree to that.
His character's okay because he's just a cocky loudmouth, but he is a absolute freak in the ring.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Go ahead, Mike. You say go first.
Oh no, I was looking at because I have it pulled up. I'm looking at the NXT roster, just going through names. I see Dexter Lumis being released soon. I see LA Knight being released soon. I see Roderick Strong's definitely getting fucking released. And honestly, you're gonna think I'm crazy. I see Nash Carter and Wesley getting released too. I see them
already.
Yeah, I do. I like, or maybe I don't know when their contract's up. I don't know if they signed them to a 3-year deal, but
they're young and hip.
Yeah, I don't know. For some reason I look at them and I'm like, they don't want them. I don't know why.
Yep, his last match, and I'm sure he's referring to Walter, and he is, as I see the rest of it. Yep, his last match was NXT UK next Thursday. Do you see him winning a title soon after jumping ship? I see him going after Braun as really the only viable option, although Walter versus Hayes would be cool. You know, listen, if the goal of NXT 2.0, and they've made it very clear, the point of NXT 2.0 is to build the stars for the future. Because NXT, and I will give, this is one criticism I have of NXT. It was some of the best wrestling product we've ever seen. And I completely agree with you, Chris. I, to this day, say the best wrestling match I have ever seen live was Bayley versus Sasha at NXT Brooklyn, TakeOver Brooklyn. I will never move from that point. However, it went in a completely different direction than what it was made for. It was designed as a brand that was gimmick heavy, just like our friend Vince said, that they'd fine-tune their wrestling skills, fine-tune their skills of how to, work with the crowd and all that stuff, and then go to the main roster. Once they made it a third brand, it to me lost its way. It was cool. It was a nice idea. You felt like Triple H was in his own playground, and he was everything. But it got so far away from what it was supposed to do. So with that said, if NXT 2.0's goal is to build stars for the main roster, you got to give Braun Breaker a good amount of time as champ.
But,
and I mean, I guess you have him go up against Walter, but I don't want Walter to lose immediately. But that's, I don't know.
Exactly. But here's the thing: I don't know the view. I don't know, the ratings and all that. But I can only assume from what I see on the internet that not as many people are watching NXT as they used to, right?
It's fallen off by a couple 100,000.
Right. So what's the point in using NXT as a way to build people for the main roster if when these people get to the main roster, they're going to be like, who the fuck are you? Remember when the women came to the main roster? It was Sasha and Bayley and Charlotte, and people were like, who the fuck are these people? That's exactly what it's going to be again. And I would like to say, too, Big Red said, I'm actually not sure. Other than Ciampa, who's still in the NXT that's been there for a while? I see two, Pete Dunne and Roddy. Those are the only two, and maybe Candice LeRae and Io. I think maybe Candice LeRae was there longer than Io. I see two men and possibly two women. That's it. Santos Escobar, I didn't even know he was that fucking old. That's kind of crazy.
Santos is fucking insane.
But he's nuts. Yeah, I mean, yeah. He's 37. Yeah, he's 37, but still same age as Dexter Loomis. I don't know. I get it. You want to build new stars.
Dakota
Use the
Kai's been there a while.
performance. Oh, that's true too. She has been there a while. But I like Odyssey Jones. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like that guy. Use the performance center as a way to build them up, or not build them up, but get the fine tuning down. You know, like I don't know. I just don't like what they're doing.
Guys, if we have no more on this topic, James just asked us a very interesting question. Did you guys see any surprises for the Royal Rumble? I can see Kane.
Yeah.
Here's a
Chris Benoit.
question.
They should have a released
I want
talent
James.
rumble. The winner gets to come back
That would be 120
to be
man
released
Royal
in 3
Rumble.
months.
And then somehow it'll be fucking Drake Maverick again. Surprises. I can see Johnny Knoxville coming.
Mm.
He is.
I don't understand what the fuck they're doing with Johnny Knoxville being in the Raw. I mean,
I don't either.
really promoting
Publicity.
Jackass. Is that really
It's
what
just
this is?
Yeah, it's just
mean, but-
publicity.
But why? And I understand it's publicity, but like, really, old.
If he doesn't go
Johnny
through a
Knoxville.
table, it wasn't worth it.
But old Johnny Knoxville, like old man Johnny
he doesn't-
Knoxville.
If he doesn't go through a table, it was all for naught.
Johnny Knoxville in the Rumble this year, so really anything can happen. I see Bailey coming back at the Women's Royal Rumble.
I don't know if she's ready. She posted. I glitched out. I don't know if she's ready or not because she's still on crutches and a knee brace.
She is.
Yeah, and then the Rumble's what
She's
in
working you.
the end of this month. Yeah, she could
Can
be
I
working.
just say, I know we're talking about the actual Rumble match. I'm just happy we're getting Bobby and fucking Brock. I'm upset that Big E lost. I really am. But at least the kind of, caveat to that is we're getting Brock and fucking Bobby.
The internet, the arena might break. Because that is just if you really and I think that Brock and Lashley want that match to be good, and I don't think there's an ego trip happening between those two. I think that it's going to be a really, really, really great match. Vince saying, I think X-Pac, Gangrel, Braun Breaker, and Solo. I agree especially about X-Pac because he teased.
Gangrel with Edge.
Okay, real quick, can we talk about day one and how I'm not crazy about Edge every single time coming out to the Brood music?
Me neither.
Like, I don't
Yeah.
mind it. It's cool. It was really awesome for that feud with Seth, but why is he doing it for the
It was
feud?
cool when he ruined the wedding, but he didn't have to come out to it.
Yeah.
I agree. I said the same exact thing. I said
It's still one of the greatest songs of all time, though.
Oh, it's
and
so
that
bad.
was my
It's a cool transition too. Like, it's cool coming out to that, and then it gets all dark, and he goes, "You think you know me, dude?" I think it's great. I have to say, I've really turned my girlfriend, guys. She's like a fan of wrestling. Like, she
Sick.
likes wrestling,
Really?
and I'm so happy. I mean, this is what 13-year-old Nick was hoping for, and everyone told him, "No, you have to choose wrestling or having a girlfriend." I'm like, "Ha! We have both."
You're going in the positive direction. I'm going in the negative direction. My fiance was so big, not big, but she used to watch it. She don't even care anymore. What's the last thing that I showed her
I don't even
Yeah,
care
but-
anymore.
about girls?
Yeah, about girls with wrestling.
Oh, Chris is just like, I just want vagina. It's
But
not
go
a
ahead,
diss.
man.
Like, I was the same exact fucking way. Like, I don't give a fuck. They're like, oh, you have a missing leg and a peg eye?
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
on.
It's
It reminds me of the Ron White. Ron White had a joke where he's like, men like boobs. He's like, an 80-year-old biker chick can come to me and say, you want to see my tits? And I'll be like, sure. And he goes, all right, now roll them back up. Like, oh, man.
My only point was
what the fuck?
yeah, all I was gonna say was that Edge is her favorite wrestler, and I've been and now she turns everything. She turns everything, and like, it'll be like someone will be like, "Do you think you know me?" And she'll be like, she'll get very excited, and I love it. It's like my dream come
awesome.
true. The only thing though is I keep warning her she's got to start liking other people just as much, and she is. because I'm warning her. I'm like, this is not going to last long. You know, Edge being here consistently and so like that is not going to be a forever thing. So start liking other people.
Can
But you'll
we,
have Bianca Belair too.
We all need to say hi to MJ. Hi, MJ. I missed you.
Yo,
So the Royal Rumble. I don't know who's predictions. Who's winning the Royal Rumbles this year?
7-foot frame rats down on his back.
Omos.
Your name. Sorry. Oh
No.
no.
You know what? I hope it's not kind of the usual suspects. Like I hope it's not Seth. I wouldn't mind seeing Kevin Owens win it. Not at all.
Kevin Owens winning it would be pretty badass. Where is it this year again?
St. Louis.
Dallas, right? St. Louis.
St. Louis. Randy
Mania's in
Orton.
Dallas.
Randy Orton. No, I'm just kidding. That'd be pretty badass.
I don't want to see that either. I want it to be. I mean, Big E winning was. No, I don't want Drew either. I want someone not new. I don't want Hook.
Two
I want
things.
Hook to win.
Two things. One, I am done with Drew, and two, he has a neck injury, so he might be out for a little bit. Also, Mike, I thought of a couple more names while looking at the roster about who might be released coming up.
Oh yeah.
Kushida and Legado de Fantasma, but not Santos, just the tag team.
Oh, okay. I saw Kushida's name, and for a minute I was like, yeah, but I was like, nah, I feel like they kind of like him. But you're right. I could see it too. There was some other. So wait, yeah, who's winning? Kane really needs a Rumble win before he calls it quits. He's done. He's
the mayor of Knox County, bro.
That is the mayor of Knox County.
Yes, there's a bunch of over wrestlers that have been released as well. Even though what's his name? Ikemen Jiro. I love that dude.
Can I ask a question?
What? What's up?
What the fuck is jacket time?
Kushida and Jiro. It's a super like stereotypical racist group. Like their music is like use jacket time. It's like it's something else, dude.
That's not okay. That's not okay. Is that really true?
Yes,
That's
it's the
so
entrance to their entrance, yes.
Fletch says, this is the first year I genuinely don't know who I want to win the Rumble. I'm really not sure. I feel like it'll be someone who has never won it before. That's what I think. I think it should be. But, your mama. I don't know.
If this whole thing is targeted towards Triple H as a rumor goes, then why is HBK still there? It's the best rumor. Because they're not that stupid.
You ain't getting rid of HBK.
They let Regal go.
It's because they looked at Hunt. They know that they can't do that. They can't. And Shawn Michaels has actually been very productive for them. So I don't think you're gonna do that. But there's no way they're never gonna do that. Where you guys see Joe going?
Retirement home. He needs to stop wrestling. His head is in a bad place physically.
Oh, okay, maybe. I don't know why. I mean, is Beth Phoenix going? Do you think she's going back to NXT when she's done with this?
No, they did a full goodbye ceremony and everything for her.
So then why not just have Joe join commentary with fucking what's his name?
They'll bring him back. They'll bring him back for the third time here in about a month to be commentary, and then get injured and then get released. I want Xavier Woods to win the Rumble.
Wow.
And then fucking Brock, he wins the WWE title, and then Brock beats him.
Yep.
Go for the hat trick, baby.
He's like, Tony Khan doesn't hate black people. I do, and none of you are having the WWE title. That's what Brock Lesnar is doing, basically.
Long-term planning, long-term booking here at RTR.
Jesus. That is funny, though, how Brock fucking ends Kofi's and then he ends Big E. And the first thing I see on Twitter is Brock Lesnar really hates the New Day.
But Big E's loss, though, at least was respectful. It was a 5-way main event championship match. Kofi, they're like, all right, man, main event of WWE on Fox, man. Here we go. Big time. 30 seconds. It's like
not even 7 seconds.
All Big E has to blame fucking Roman Reigns for being dumb and getting COVID. He's not dumb for getting COVID, but if Roman Reigns doesn't get COVID, Big E's still a champion, and fucking Brock is the Universal champion.
because I question if he was going to walk out of that as champion. Because I'll be very frank, and I don't like
Big E?
Big E. I don't think Big E was walking out as champion.
According
Yes, he was.
according to a graphic that they accidentally posted too quickly on Instagram, it said that Big E was supposed to retain.
Really? Okay,
Of
so then
course
I'm
he
lying.
was. But you know what? Here's the thing, and I think this is going to come into play. I think that the name of the pay-per-view was Day One, and I guess that is technically Brock Lesnar's day one of the title. I want to see that in writing. There is no way. I don't believe that one bit. I really don't. I need to find it. I don't think so. I don't
WrestleVotes
think so at
isn't
all.
fucking. What's the word I'm looking for? Trustworthy.
Before Brock was inserted, Seth was scheduled, which I think makes sense. I think Seth before Brock might have been slated to win, but I don't know.
I don't.
Taker for sure. He lives in Texas. What does that have to do with anything?
For the Hall of
No,
Fame.
I
They
don't
mentioned the
wanna
Hall of Fame up
see it.
there.
Oh,
I don't.
yeah. Taker's gonna go in the Hall of Fame, no question about it.
Yeah, it's the Texas Mania. He's easily going to be the main inductee.
No question about it. Does anyone
who
care
else?
that? Does anyone care about New Japan Pro Wrestling going on Access?
No,
Anybody?
because I don't get access.
New Japan Pro Wrestling
Match of the year.
Match of the year?
Yeah, what
Let me
are
get
you
my
guys'
notes
match
out.
of the year? I want to do all of them. I want to do match of the year, wrestler of the year, men, women. I want to do all. Fuck it. We're at 1 minute. We're at an hour 13. We have time.
All right.
Match of the
Everyone
year.
in the comment section, put it down. Your match of the year. Go.
Wait, time out. I have my Fuck. I already forgot the word for it.
Yes. Yes.
What's it called when they do something in the ring? It's like not an interview, not a promo, and not a match. It's like an event.
A segment.
My segment, yes. My segment of the year is hands down the fucking Index Wedding. That was the greatest piece of television I've watched in all of 2021. That was the best
Damn.
segment of TV, not even wrestling, I've ever seen.
Their honeymoon when they have like the pillow fight and Johnny Gargano is in the closet and she's like, "Yeah, come on, give it to me hard, hit me, come on, harder, come on," and he's just like, and then like he walks her, and she's like sleeping on his chest. And he's like, "Oh God," and walks away. So Vince agrees with you. He says his best match was Ilya versus
Ilya Dragunov
Ilya
with
and
Walter,
Walter.
Yeah,
and
Walter.
he took mine because that was mine. Those dudes have two of the greatest matches in wrestling fucking history. That second one, it was the second, not the third, right? They only did two. Did they do three?
No, it's
Yeah.
two.
That one, I said it when it happened. As I was watching, I was like, this is my match of the year. I don't care. This is my match of the year. And I agree. I think, dude, I blah, 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 and blah, 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 blah. I love them. That's
So
my match of the year.
I started a list of my favorite matches of the year. And then when we stopped doing shows, I stopped watching wrestling. So I stopped doing my list. So my list is all of about a month and a half long.
Damn.
So
So
anything
you better
past
pick one from there.
my last match was from In Your House, and that was in March.
God.
So my favorite match is like from January, February, or March.
Okay, real quick. Are we talking about WWE versus
Anything.
AEW, or it's everything right now?
No, let's just do WWE because that's too much.
Yeah, because I think
Okay, well, mine's still Ilya and Walter then.
WWE. I this is be controversial. I'm about to say.
Oh God.
Oh wait, no, it can't be because of the date. I was gonna say day one, but day one doesn't make any sense because that was 2022. 2021
Stupid.
That's hard. Oh, I know. Edge versus Seth. Hell in a Cell at Saudi.
I keep seeing that as people's answers, but I didn't get to watch it.
That
That was
was
a great fucking match.
That was a great fucking match. That was a great Hell in a Cell match too. It wasn't just a good match. They actually did Hell in a Cell right, which I loved. So I'll give it that.
So wait, so I got Ilya and Walter. He's got Edge and Seth. What did you have for WWE?
I haven't said yet. Does NXT count?
Well,
Yeah.
yes. Ilya Walters.
Oh, yeah, you
on
said
NXT,
Ilya
you
and stuff.
Dope.
Bro, I have a tie.
Oh,
I'm just looking at my fucking list. I got a tie. Adam Cole versus Kyle O'Reilly at Mania Takeover,
oof, that was hot.
and Bad Bunny and Damian Priest versus Miz and Morrison.
Hey, I'm not even mad at that one.
That I think the only reason I loved it so much is because of how impressed we were with Bad Bunny.
Behind
Bad
Pat
Boom.
McAfee. Behind Pat McAfee.
I liked him better than,
Oh, yeah,
McAfee.
See, that's a hot take because I think he took him out.
Nope. I'm not gonna have no Pat McAfee slander. Okay. The only reason why
I didn't say
the
I
only
liked him
reason-
better than him. I liked
only
his
reason
wrestling
why
better.
I don't give a fuck. The only reason why SmackDown is good is because of Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee is a god. He can do whatever you want. I don't want to even hear you speak. Get out.
Oh, bring him back.
Pat McAfee's already a fucking athlete. Bad Bunny isn't.
You don't know that.
Wow. No, Bad Bunny was way better than Pat's. My goodness.
Thank you.
Can I kick him out? Can I please kick Vince out? Kick him out. Kick him out.
Okay, agree that the top two, whatever order it is, Pat McAfee, Bad Bunny. Bad
Absolutely.
Bunny so seamlessly
Yeah.
wrestled in that match and just understood what he had to do. Give a lot of credit to that guy, man.
Pat McAfee did a swanton bomb off of the War Games cage.
Yeah.
He
And Bad
hit
Bunny did
Adam
a
Cole.
flying squirrel.
He hit Adam Cole with a what is it? Fucking Panama Sunrise.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty hot.
It's Pat
I'm not
McAfee.
even
Let's go to
gonna lie.
AEW. Fuck
That
it.
was
I'm
hot.
going to AEW. And I'm gonna tell you right now, my AEW match of the year, and I don't know if you guys agree or disagree, but it is the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Bros. And honestly, in my opinion, the greatest cage match of all time. The greatest cage match of all time. The Young
Greatest
Bucks
cage
versus the
match
Lucha
in
Bros.
general of all time.
All time.
Oh, that's I can't
Okay,
agree with
possibly the greatest tagged. No, yeah, greatest cage match of all time. Yep, easily.
that. Okay, Steel Cage. Are you including Hell in a Cell in that?
No.
Okay, then fine. I'll let it go.
Hold on, I'm looking at some matches throughout the year from AEW so I can pick one.
A real good friend of the show, Andrew Galinas, just released his big list of stuff, and
Sorry.
he also agreed with you that AEW's best match of the year was that tag team match. So
It might be AEW's best match ever.
Ever?
amazing how the second best match ever might have been the tag team championship match of Hangman and Omega versus I think it was the Young Bucks.
The Bucks, yeah. That's my favorite AEW match ever.
That was at New Year's. That was at Revolution.
Revolution.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was off the charts. Just wow. Oh man, oh, man. Does a match from 4 count? No, James. Damn it. Go ahead.
God damn you.
I easily have my number one match of the year from AEW.
Okay.
It's Brian.
She's sitting right here.
Oh, Britt. I knew it.
Britt and Thunder Rosa's blood and guts match. The lights out hell match from fucking St. Patrick's Day Slam. Turn on. My light won't turn on.
Yeah.
Your lights
Okay.
broke.
Bam. She bloody. She bloody.
She's bloody.
Huh.
All right, so let's move on now. Oh, hold on. TJP and Josh Alexander 60-man Iron Man match on Impact was also good as well.
Ain't nobody give a fuck about Impact. I'm just kidding.
I have
Okay.
multiple Impact matches on my favorite
No, you don't.
matches.
No, you don't.
All right, how about this? Ready? Here we go. Across all brands of all kinds, doesn't matter which company, real quick, rapid fire. Best male wrestler of the year.
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns.
I
It's Roman.
cannot agree with you boys more. It is Roman Reigns.
And I'm not
man.
even
Plain
a
sweet.
big- I'm not even a big like Roman Reigns fan. I like him. I'm not like it's the shit he did last year. He probably. I mean, nah. It's Roman. It's fucking Roman. I love everyone in AEW. Kenny's great and It's fucking Roman. Like the shit that he did this year, turning heel, and his promos were spot on. Like, who would have thought those two fucking words, acknowledge me, was so goddamn good. It's Roman.
And not just that, that might have been like the best character WWE's had in years.
Yeah.
Considering they
Oh, yeah.
completely fucked up the Fiend.
Yeah.
On
the mic, yeah.
Vince saying not even close on the mic too. Big Red saying Big E and Roman is a toss up. I just don't. I can't get behind Big E only because I just think his title reign was a little subpar.
It was not good.
It was that.
Can't blame him for that though.
Who won PWI? Excuse me. Who did they give Male Wrestler of the Year to? Did they give it to
Roman
Kenny
Reigns.
Omega? Oh, they gave it to Roman Reigns. Okay. So
Now PWI is the one where it's kayfabe, right?
What do you mean?
There's a
Pro Wrestling Illustrated is a magazine. They just do their rankings. That's
then
not
what?
like the official.
Then what? There's a magazine that comes out that's like kayfabe, like it's
that's
like
PWI. PWI is pretty much kayfabe. I think Wrestling Observer is the one that's
okay. Yeah. You're right. It's PWI. Yep. You're right. Yep.
Yeah. Big E lost to Mania, lost at Mania to Apollo. Yeah, don't forget that.
He did.
Did Roman Reigns lose it all this year?
It wasn't. PWI's 500. It was Kenny. Kenny was 1. Roman was 2.
Roman. Okay.
Oh, but they said, but theirs
gave it
2019 to mid 2020, so not year to year. My bad. I'm sorry. And that's true. He was out.
They did Kenny Roman, Bobby, Drew McIntyre, and then Kota Ibushi was their top 5.
Yeah, because he's saying Omega won that, but it was because they were including 2019 to mid 2020, and he was out for a long time. Best wrestler of the year, Lee Moriarty.
Yeah.
Leave it to them to fuck it up.
Oh, it's Lee Moriarty.
Oh, here's an interesting one. Let's say Daniel Bryan's match last night, but that was not in 2021. I definitely will pick I will pick the Inner Circle versus the Pinnacle, where MJF threw Jericho off the top of the cage. Great match.
Was Stadium Stampede 2 last year? I think so. Where Sammy got the win over.
No, wait.
over
What?
Shawn
Because
Spears?
it was pandemic. It was pandemic. Let me see. I'm looking it up right
I
now.
remember them all going but I remember it ending with all of them doing the finger to the camera and stuff, right? I'm not crazy.
Yeah, it was Double or Nothing 2021, May.
Okay, so it was last year. That was
James saying I got to give it to Edge. Edge, let me tell you something. That's
not a bad call.
It's not a bad call at all. Here's an
Didn't he
interesting
lose his feud to Randy?
No, sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Didn't he lose his feud to Randy, or did he win?
Who
won the best match ever?
He won.
Randy won the best match ever.
No,
that was
Edge did.
No.
Edge won the.
Oh wait, Edge won the one
last
where
man
they
standing.
went backstage and he
Okay,
They never resolved that feud. He won the first match, which was where they went backstage. It was the last man standing match or whatever it was, and he choked him out and stuff. Then the greatest match ever, this is the greatest. I only remember that it was Backlash because the theme song was "This is the greatest show." But that was Randy Orton won that match.
And you know what? Let me say something too. If they didn't call that match the greatest match ever, it would have been talked about like one of the greatest matches ever.
Yeah, once you did that really made it have a problem.
Yeah.
Here's a great question from our man Martin Lee. Who do you think is the most improved wrestler of 2021? Let me say what the comment section is saying right now. Vince Palmieri says Damian Priest, most improved. Big Red says easily Liv Morgan. I will agree that Liv Morgan is the most improved female wrestler of 2021. Went from probably perceived as the least talented of the Riot Squad to pretty much is going to be Raw Women's Champion over Becky Lynch at some point soon.
I have a technicality, and if y'all don't think that counts, then I'll pick someone else.
No, go ahead. Big E?
I think that counts.
Yeah, there's an argument for Big E.
Because, I mean, he was Intercontinental Champion and then world champion, but he's been a big guy the whole time. He's been up there. But my backup is Otis. I mean, he's getting a big old push right now.
Otis,
but he hasn't held a title, so
yeah, Otis is a tricky one for me because I don't know how to.
I love the laughable big ham guy, not this fucking mean wrestler.
Martin Lee is talking about his favorite moment. Stadium Stampede, the only way Urban Meyer gets cheered in Jacksonville.
What a fire that was.
Oh, turntables. God. Oh man, the cons don't always come up aces. Someone who I think we need to talk about, Most Improved Wrestler 2021. Can we talk about Christian Cage for a minute? Christian Cage was in the Royal Rumble, main evented the
Bound for Glory.
Bound for Glory, was at main evented an AEW pay-per-view, beat Kenny Omega for the Impact Championship. He had a pretty damn good year.
He had a triple crown, that's for sure.
Damn.
I'm gonna say most improved. I'm gonna say Bobby Lashley.
He was world champion for most of 2020.
Was it 2020 or 2021?
No, he was a champion for most of 2020, and then 2021 he went downhill.
Most of 2020, not most of it.
Him and Drew split it for most of 2020.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Who did Big E beat for the title?
He beat Bobby Lashley because he cashed in.
Right. So that's
Drew had it, and then Randy had it, and then Drew took it back, and then Bobby beat Drew for it in 2020.
Well, no, Drew had the Miz also broke that up for
the Miz had it for 3 days.
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley won the title. No, Bobby Lashley won the title March 1st, 2021.
Fuck, it's been a long year.
Yeah, it was Orton, and then it was Drew, and then the Miz won, and then that's when Bobby Lashley won. It was in 2021. Yes.
Forgot about Randy Orton winning it. Here's another. Without a doubt, most improved was Matt. I guess he's trying to say Matt Cardona. And
Matt Cardona.
Let me say no. That's a solid answer. I'll take that as an answer.
And he's been doing his thing. Like, he's been using social media to his advantage too.
Should we move on to women?
Yes, let's move on to best female wrestler of the year.
Michael?
I kind of want to give it to Bianca.
Yeah. I think you got to give it to Bianca.
I kind of want to give it to Bianca.
Bianca.
Honestly, I don't.
Main eventing night.
I like
Britt WrestleMania. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I like Britt Baker, but I don't hate her. I just don't think she's like a fantastic, great wrestler.
I have a hot take on my Woman of the Year. And I was mad because PWI disrespected her.
Wow.
The virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo.
I could see it. Mickie James beat her. I was there. I was there when it happened.
You were.
I could see it. I don't know why I'm standing. I feel like Pat McAfee. I'm just standing up randomly. I just think Bianca. But Deonna Purrazzo is not a bad pick.
Vince
and now I'm eating my chair.
Vince Palmieri saying Raquel Gonzalez. James coming in saying best female, definitely Becky. I mean, she did come back, win her first match instantly.
Becky was around for 4 months.
Of 2020. Worst is Charlotte. I disagree with that. And Nia Jax. Well, Nia Jax doesn't work for WWE anymore. That's a release that nobody shed a tear about. Just saying.
Yeah.
Now this is an interesting comment. I cannot. Chris
Tamahaya Shishida.
Thank you. Best woman wrestler. I've heard other people who are very reputable say the same thing. And Roxy for breakout woman. Let me tell you something. Chris and I could attest to the fact that I really think Roxy is going to change the playing field at some point in the very near future.
Didn't you right here, buddy? Didn't you speak to Roxy?
I did an interview with her when she hadn't even touched ROH yet. She was still in Texas Texas Pro or whatever it's called, and then not long after that is when she started having just more matches. I remember at the time her biggest match that she had ever had was against Kylie Ray, right? Smiley Kylie Ray, isn't that her name?
Okay, yep.
Yeah, that was like her biggest match she had ever had up to that point.
Is it safe to say that Nick Lombardi is responsible for all of Roxy's success?
Listen, I don't like to take credit for things that I don't do, but I totally did this. So
Where's that
Yeah,
autograph
this
at?
is all him.
Where's that autograph at?
It's upstairs. I got it upstairs in my room, so I got it. So it's there. That was Chris. That's one of the best gifts I ever got, and I owe you big time.
Thank you.
I took the envelope that you sent it in, and I ripped so that I had your address because I'm like I have to send you something. So at some point when I have something worthy to send back to you, I'm going to. I'm
Nice.
going to because that was so fucking cool that you gave me that. It
I
also
can't-
my
can't
girlfriend
count
walked in my room and she's like, "Who the fuck is this girl?" I'm like, "No, it's a wrestler. It's a wrestler." She's like, "Oh, okay." She doesn't mind like if there's like famous people who I follow or something. But like,
Not
she's
just
like,
some random girl in,
ass girl's
like-
headshot that you have in your room. And I'm like, "No, she's a wrestler." She's like, "Oh, okay."
I can't count on two hands how many times I've seen Roxy within the past 2 years, and she's only getting better and better and better.
Failed Destiny.
I
Aaron
like
said,
it.
Thunder Rosa for Women's Wrestler of the Year. Okay.
Thunder
wouldn't be mad
went
at it.
from a fucking indie wrestler to a international star within 6 months. It was insane.
By the way, and you know what? I don't care. I'm speaking how the fucking way I want to speak because this is what you guys came for. I seen her last night in some jeans. I was like, God damn, bitch is
Sir.
she fucking pulling a
no,
wagon.
she's nice. She's nice.
She is pulling a goddamn wagon.
She's nice. Yeah.
So, which release were fans more happy about? Eva Marie
Nia.
or Nia Jax?
Nah, you don't
Nia,
even have to read the.
Nah,
You didn't even have to read the rest of it. Nia Jax.
Oh my god. Worst female ringer in the rear, Nia Jax or Eva Marie. All right. Let's move. Oh, this predictions for 2022. This is from Mr. Vince Palmieri, who's been awesome in the chat tonight. Thank you so much.
Been the MVV, the most
MVV.
valuable viewer.
Oh, MVV. The promotion Terminus Wrestling?
Terminus.
Terminus, yeah, fuck.
Terminus? I can't fucking read. It's really bad. 'Cause I work in communications. You think I should be able to read and
Do it,
shit,
son.
but I can't. Created by ROH Jam, Jonathan Greshman, and Brian Black will be in the top
Gresham!
5. What?
You said Gresham.
Oh, I did. I'm sorry. And Byron Black will be the top 5 promotions of the year in 2022. AEW, Impact, LMW, and that. I guess I don't know anything about it. I guess we'll have to see.
I don't know nothing about it either. But I hope so. I like wrestling.
Mhm.
Hey man, the more wrestling, the better.
The more wrestling, the better. All right. What other things can? I know we're winding down a little bit, but what other things from 2021 can we talk about? What best of what year? What?
Yo, mama.
Tag team.
Tag team. Okay, best tag team of the year. In the comments section, I want to hear it. Best tag team.
Fuck, I have my answer and I hate it.
The Young Bucks.
Oh,
Because I don't think it's the Young Bucks. And hot take, I really fucking hate the Young Bucks.
I can't stand the Young Bucks.
You neither.
Oof. Bucks is a good answer though.
Bucks is a good answer. It's like I respect the shit out of them, but I just fucking can't stand them. Lucha Bros for sure. Argument.
Imperium.
Imperium. I mean, that's Eichner is really something fucking crazy. It's in tie for New Day or Orton and Riddle.
I was gonna say Orton and Riddle.
Go.
I was gonna say Orton and Riddle. I really was.
They're a lot more entertaining than I think many people thought they were going to be.
Oh yeah,
They've lasted way longer than I thought.
Yeah, I was getting ready for Orton to turn heel like quick, but it didn't go as quickly as we thought.
Bro, like I want to say the Usos, but I can't support someone who gets their 17th DUI and then wins a title 2 weeks later.
We the Guns. The bloodline has been great. You can't deny that.
I wanted to say
Oh,
MSK, but I'm gonna go with MSK. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you though? I mean, honestly, crazy shit. I didn't even know they lost the fucking titles.
Who?
Yeah,
MSK.
But before Eichner, because they didn't have it when Eichner and Bartel beat them, did they?
it was a triple
Eichner
threat.
and Bite. Oh, okay, then yeah, that's probably what I.
No,
yeah.
it was
okay. I do.
It was an elimination fatal 4-way. That's what it was.
Vince Palmieri brought it up in the comments section. Rookie of the year.
Can I just give it to Hook?
You can't just give it to Hook.
Send Hook.
I think we could just give it to Hook.
We can't give it to Hook. If you had to give it to somebody else, who would you give it to?
What's
Taz's
considered a rookie? First year in?
son? Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker.
I guess first year, but 2020 was a weird year, so you can count 2020 and 2021. How about that?
I'm looking
Because
for
you could say
something
Roxy, but I don't know if she's considered a rookie.
I don't know if you can consider Roxy.
She's been around for 2-3 years already.
Yeah, she has. Vince says Jade 100%. Oh, he went back a couple of times. Solo and Soga or Braun Breaker. Jade 100% says Martin Lee or Hook. Jade or Braun Breaker. Everyone's saying Braun Breaker.
I can't stand him.
I think. Why?
Wow.
Just don't like his character. I never
Yeah,
cared for the
that-
Steiners either, but
Oh, you fucking.
almost
Well, I
is
mean,
a
there's
rookie,
3 of us
but he
here.
can't fucking wrestle. So
There's 3 of us here, and one of us doesn't like them. So that means there's a 33 1/3% chance that we don't like the Steiner. No, come on, what the fuck? Feud of the year was
I think what Vince Palmieri
Roman
just
Brock.
said is the correct answer. But go ahead.
Roman and Brock, though.
Was that 20?
Because you had Paul Heyman right in the middle of it, and it wasn't really like they were feuding, but Edge and Seth was great though. I mean, and I saw their fucking match at SummerSlam. It was fucking fire.
I saw their one at Madison Square Garden, which was pretty damn good too.
Don't fucking lie to the people.
I'm not lying to the people. I saw it. I was there. I have video evidence. I had to
calm
take
down.
a bunch of.
Right.
I'm the one who took the photos for SK Wrestling's Twitter that when Finn Balor came back as the Demon. So don't tell me I wasn't there.
Oh, all right. Calm your tits.
Hey, don't tell my tits what to do.
my feud of the year was Hangman versus the Elite.
I guess my feud of the year. Hook. Whatever Hook's doing.
Whatever Hook's doing.
Hook versus
everyone.
good guys.
Yeah.
Hook versus everyone. Okay, and now
Hook
for the
retired.
one that will cause the most controversy. Promotion of the year goes to
Wherever Hook is. It's got to be AEW, right?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. That's why I'm asking the fans who are watching right now. Tell us. And tell us why. I want to know why you're saying that promotion's the one that wins.
I have an answer that's going to go completely over y'all's heads.
Oh. Go ahead.
New
have some
Texas
too.
Pro Wrestling.
Oh.
Okay, and I give up.
Don't click them out. Don't.
New Texas Pro Wrestling constantly books stars and
You're the only
homegrown
one that
talent,
knows.
and every show is better than the last. 2021 is the only year I've been going to them, and every show has just gotten better and better and better. I would put New Texas versus anyone.
I think that's a little bit. Oh, I Fatal Destiny.
little
Aaron
ex-
agrees.
Yeah,
He
well, of course
agrees.
he's going to agree with me.
Yeah, they're the only 2 people in the goddamn room.
there you go. Vince Palmieri says AEW, and he gives his reason as launched Rampage, video game launched, 1 million views weekly for TV.
Video game hasn't been. Oh well, I mean the phone game. I'm ready for some fucking wrestling games, y'all. I need
Yeah.
some
I can't wait for
WWE
2K.
22 or some
Even-
AEW or something.
Even though the roster is like, there's going to be like, here's 3 wrestlers because we released everybody else. But I really can't wait for the WWE game. Can't lie to you.
Oh, I need a wrestling game, fucking like water.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
But I will say AEW, and it's actually a pretty profound reasoning.
You know what? Before we get to yours, I want to just go through these last 2 comments, and then I want you to go. Okay. Martin Lee says AEW. Also, Nick, stay safe. That snowstorm's hitting New York and Massachusetts. Yes, it is. Stay safe for you as well, Martin. James says AEW definitely. WWE hasn't been good since 2010. Awful storylines. No major names anywhere besides Edge and Lesnar. You know it's bad when your top stars are talent from the early 2000s. And the Wrestle Code going to be good. Michael, say your reason of why you think AEW was the best promotion of the year.
Hook.
Sir.
Send him.
Send Hook.
Send him.
I do. I think
You know someone's good. You know someone's good when even Jim Cornette is like, this guy fucking has it.
Yeah, it's true. Jim Cornette fucking hates everybody too.
This man's a monster heel, and the crowd couldn't cheer any louder for him.
It's true.
Dude, they've been cheering for him so much that they've had to bring him in post-show. Like, okay,
Yeah.
you want Hook? Here he
It-
is.
During the Dallas show, he came out after after Dynamite was over and they were setting up for Rampage. He came out with a bag of chips and
Yeah,
ate like
backpack.
2 chips, and then turned around and went back into the stage, and people were screaming.
But real
He's like
talk.
one of those,
though,
he's
it-
like, I'm leaving, but you want me to come out? Okay, go ahead, Nick. Fucking take over the show. Like you always want
just asking, is Hook a meme though? Is it a
Yes.
Is it a meme? Is it a
Yes.
meme? Is he really a
to.
wrestler? I don't know.
He's not a meme.
Hook is a meme, but he's also backing it up.
Okay, so he became a meme because of how good he is what you're saying.
I want WWE 2K.
Is that what
I
we're
heard
saying?
it's going to be improved.
Well, they better fucking improve. It's been 2 years.
I just want a wrestling game.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
All right.
This was fun. This was fun.
This was fun. I think we've pretty much talked about the gamut though. I think we did it.
Yeah, that's why, because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it every few months. That way we have shit to, so if you're a fan, you'll be here in 3-4 months, There is another show that's going on.
It could be 2 months, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 hours from now. You don't know. You're just gonna have to wait and see.
You're gonna have to wait and see, I mean, shit happens, People change.
And to finish it all off, hot take. I don't see Bray Wyatt debuting anywhere. I think he's gonna stick to being a horror movie behind the scenes guy.
I just
Whatever
want
makes him
I
happy.
miss him. Well, no, whatever makes me happy, and I miss him.
Mike, did this make you happy?
It did, this was my idea to get the band back together. I called Nick. I didn't call Chris because I thought he hated me. So I called up Nick and I was like, hey, what are you doing tonight? And I'm on vacation. And then Chris was like, hey, someone's doing a little login. And, oh, there is one more I have, you guys. And this, there's 6 people watching, but woo! You have if you're watching this, you already know that I'm vulgar and frankly I don't care about anything. So I have a question for both of you guys.
Oh,
If you had a knife in your back, right, and a dick in your butt, what would you pull out first? This is a true. No, I need. Nope, we cannot be friends any longer. If you don't, I need to know.
putting the mic away because I'm not fucking responding to that. What kind of
A dick in
fucking
your butt
question-
can't kill you. A knife in your back can.
Well, I mean,
Right, but
where is it in your back?
It's in your
It's into
back.
the school. No, but
You,
like
you gotta say it like Mike Tyson. It's spinal.
It's spinal.
it's spinal.
Spinal.
It's broken. That was good.
What
Chris.
kind of
See,
injury
here's
is
the
it?
thing, though.
Spinal.
Spinal. It's the obvious answer is the dick, because if you get stabbed, you're not supposed to pull the knife out. You gotta leave the knife in. So
That's not true.
yes, it is. You can't. Yes, it is.
My hurts more. Andrew Saveru carries a knife in his boot at all times.
That's what he uses to stab people in the back. So I
Oh, I'm
I,
fucking done, dude. Oh my
I
god.
asked a friend of mine that. And his answer was, leave them both in.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like that's exactly what 2022 is. It's just leaving a dick in your ass and a knife in your back.
Let's just leave the dick of 2021 in our asses and just carry on through the year.
Just remember that 2022 is just 2022. Just saying.
I get it.
Just saying.
I get it.
Well, guys, this has been a lot of fun. We don't know when we're going to be doing it
Dude, I
again,
love
but
this guy, Vince.
well,
I love Vince. Everyone go watch Sigma Blade.
Vince Palmieri, you know who you are. Make sure you come back to more streams, man, because you're fucking hilarious. All right, guys.
I can't stop laughing at that.
Are you
We love
crying?
you guys very much.
Are you crying?
I can't stop laughing at him.
We appreciate you being here. Mike, Chris, I love you guys. Well, I don't know when we're going to see you soon or not, but we'll be back someday.
See y'all in October.
Just remember, when life gets tough, leave that dick in your butt.
Spinal.